All right, I got a fun one here for you today by request. This is Layla by Derek and the Dominoes with Eric Clapton and Dwayne Allman on guitars. So we're going to have this cool little riff here to start it off. Okay, so we got big 7 with the ring finger, and then 5, 7 on the next string. Next string we got a 6, and then a 7, 5, 7. So we got... Okay, let's try that real quick. So we're going to come in on the 2 beat after the 1. So it's going to go 1. Okay, so that's 2 and 3 and 4 and then we end up with a new measure there. Now this new measure, we're going to have some chords. So we got the big 7s on the 2 top strings, to the 5s, to the 3s, 5, 5, 7, and we got that little riff. Okay, so let's come in on the 2 again with this riff, and we'll do it nice and slow. So 1. Now, as soon as you hit that one, you got to go quick into the chord mode. So we got 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and So yeah, it's nice and quick after that riff. Chord, chord, chord. So it does that a bunch of times, and the last time we're going to come into the C here, and then we're going to go. You could either hit the 7 up here to the 5, or you could go 2 to 5 down here. So once again, it was. We might as well do this 7 here. Bum, bum, and then we're going C sharp minor, 6, 6, 5, 4. G sharp minor, which is 6 with 4s. And then we're back to the C sharp minor for just 2 beats. Then we have a C7, which is 5, 3, 5, 3. We're going to take that up 2. And then we're going to take it up 2. So that's C7, D7, and E7. Now, if you don't want to go up that high on that E7, you could pop back to like one of these other E7s, like 2, 1, 3, open, or open, 1, open, open. So you could go C7, D7, and an easier E7 if you like. Okay, so let's take a look at those changes again. So we had. And then we have C sharp minor for 4, G sharp minor for 4, and then C sharp minor for 2, and then we have C7 for 1, D7 for 1, and E7 for 4. Now we're going to move to an F sharp minor. We got 4 with 2s, 2 beats to the B, 4s, and then we go E to A, back to F sharp minor to B, and then E major, 1, 2, stop. Then we're back into our riff there. Okay, so let's look at again into the changes of the chords for the verse. So we had the riff one last time. And then we had the 7 and the 5. And our chords. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then E to A. And then we got the E and stop on the 3rd one. Back to our riff. So let's look at that riff again. We got. So it's a fun riff. You can just take it nice and slow. It is a fast one, but just take your own pace at it. You'll get a little faster all the time. And then we'll have another verse with the bump, bump, C sharp minor. our C7, D7, E7, an F sharp minor, E to A, F sharp minor B again, and then E with the stops. So we also have this cool high melody up here that goes with everything kind of in the beginning. So we got okay, so we have a 10 and 13 on the second string, and then 10, 13, 10 on the small string, back to the 13 on the second, back to the little 10. So, and then we're going to come 15, 13, 12, 13 on the second string, down to the little 10. So once again, that was. And then we start out the same. We're going to go all the way to the 17, to the 15, and then 12, to that 13, 10. And the second half. Now right before it goes into a verse, it just goes up that one little note to get you into a C sharp that goes with that C sharp minor chord. So. And that would be a verse. So then we have a really cool piano outro on this. We're going to start with the C chord. So basically like kind of 3 beats worth on that C. Then we're going to go 0, 1, 3 on the bottom string. And then we're going to do this F chord with a pinky down here on the third. And we're going to strum the regular F 2 times. So we got. And then we'll pull the little 1 out to the open. And then we're going to focus on the pinky on the 3 on the second string. And then the 3, 2, 1 there. So we're kind of following the melody from the high string down a little bit. So we got. And you might as well go with your pinky right there to get ready for that thing. So we got. 0, 1, 3. Back to C. We'll walk up. 0, 1, 3. And this is a F9 to F major 7 to F6 to a kind of an F there. So we got. Now we have a little change in this. We're going to have a B flat 7, 3, 1, 3, 1. And we have a little riff. We're back to C. So that's about it. We're going to have this B flat 7 and this little riff. 1 on the third string, 1 on the second string, 3, slide to the 5, 3, 1 to that other 1. So the whole riff is. And then we're going to go back to C, strum that for about 4 beats. And then we start the thing over again. And then we're going to do our B flat 7 with our little riff. Okay, so that's about it. That's Layla by Derek and the Dominoes with Eric Clapton and Duane Allman. All right, here's a lesson on Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. Okay, this was the Eric Clapton guitar part. So this is going to go. Okay, so that's one of the main riffs of the song right there. So we got third string, we're going to go 7, 7, 5, 7. So go ahead and have your 5 ready there. So you can just kind of go back quickly between the two. So that's our first notes. Then we come to the big string. 7, 6, 5, open, 3, open. So you do that a bunch of times. It's probably about 6 times or something. They do it a bunch of times and then they sing over it and then they move on to the next part. So let's try that part a couple times. Nice and slow. I'll do it once and then we'll kind of count you in. Let's count that in. 3, 4. Keep going. Okay, then we're going to jump up to a higher string down here. The second string, we're going to go 8, 8, 6, 8. And then we're going to come here to the G string, 7, 6, and 5. Then we're going to come back to that little 8 on the second string and go. So that was 8 on the second string to 6 on the first string and back. So that whole part was, like I said, second string, 8, 8, 8, 6, 8. 7, 6, 5 down there, and then we'll do that again. So that one's a little trickier. So I'll do that once real slow. And then let's try to do it. Let's try to do it twice in a row. 2, 3, 4. Again. And then we'd be back to the original one, G string, 7th fret. So then we're going to have some chords come in. We have A, we have bum, ba, bum, ch, ch. So you kind of wait on the 3 and the 4. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to have C to G, once each. And then back to the A. Bum, ba, bum. Wait, wait. 3, 4. Then at the end of this, we're going to have the A over and over again. Bum, ba, 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 bum. So what that is that's like 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, a 8. You could do it as 2 4s or just think of it's 8 total, you know. So I'm going to do the whole thing kind of up to speed and then we'll break down the parts one more time after that. 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. Then you go right back to that and start it all over again. Okay, so let's look at the first riff again. 7, 7, 5, 7. And then bigger string, 7, 6, 5, 0, 3, 0. And one thing to think about when you're playing these riffs, think about having your other fingers sometimes on the other string so you don't get any accidental noise. I use one of these fingers or both of these fingers down here on occasion just to touch the other strings when I'm doing riffs like that so that there's no noise accidentally coming off of those strings. And this hand can like, say if this hand is sort of touching these bottom ones and I'm playing on this string, but this finger is kind of keeping these from making any noise. It's not like up and accidentally getting noise out of them. It's like touching them, draped across them. Then the thumb can kind of help you if you're using your first finger to pick with. The thumb can be playing on that big string if you're not using it to keep it from making any noise too. So then you got all the noise covered and you're just hearing the riff. So one more time on this first riff. 7 7 5 7 7 6 5 0 3 0. Let's try that. 2 3 4. Let's do it 4 times. And then we'll stop for a second and let's get set up for that new one. That's gonna be that 8-8-6-8 on the second string. I'm gonna play it for you once. So let's count that in and do it twice in a row. 3 4. And again. We're gonna go back to our original riff 2 times. 3 4. And then we do our chords. Remember, it was A and then C to G, and it was bum, ba bump, wait, wait. You wait on that 3 and 4. So here goes that A, 2 3 4, 3 4, 3 4, 3 4. And then we do all that stuff on the A. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. All right, today I've got a classic blues tune for you. This one's called Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out. We're gonna start out with a C chord, 2 beats. We're gonna go to an E major. You could do an E7 here, 2 1 3 open. So we're gonna have C, 3 4, C to the E, to the A7. So that one's gonna go a whole measure, 4 beats worth. So that's 2 2 2 and 3. So we have C, we're gonna have E7 or E, then we're gonna have A7, we're gonna have D minor to A7, back to D minor, and then we're gonna walk into this F. We're gonna put a 4 in the bass on that F as well, and then we're gonna go. So kind of a C and then an open and then a 3 2 on that G string into an A7 chord, and then D7 to G7. And that's going to be our whole thing. So we have C, E7, and then A7, 4 beats, and then D minor, A7, and D minor for 4 beats. So those were 2 each. So we're going 0 1 2 3 to the F chord, F sharp in the bass. That's like an F sharp diminished type thing. So you can do the 4 and the 2 and the 1. You don't really want to do the 1 on the bottom there. So we got, and then we have this little C note, 1 open, 3 2. And once you hit that 2, that's an A, so you can get into that A7 chord. And then we got D7 and G7. Okay, so once again we got C to E7, 3 4. A7, D minor, A7, D minor, walk up to the F, D7, 0 2 1 2, and G7. So how about if we kind of finger pick that? So what I did is I just went up each note, so 4 notes. So I went C chord, but I kind of swung it dum da dum dum. So, and and then I went to the E7, then I went to the A7, kind of held that one, then you can kind of come back after you kind of hold one note there. So D minor, A7, and then we have longer on that D minor, so we can kind of do that longer bit, and then F, and then we can go 4, 2, 1, 2. Could go all the way up and like that, and then D7, G7. So we'll finger pick that again. 3, 4. And sometimes if you feel like you're hitting the same bass note too many times, you could go like a back to that higher note and save the bass note for the G. See that? So okay, and it's always good practice to just kind of go up and down your chords with all your different fingers on a different finger. Maybe we'll switch to G, G7. How about C7? Anybody remember C7? 2, 3, 1, open. Let's go through sevens while we're doing it. So we got E7, 2, 1, 3, open. Do that a couple times. Now A7, we have a 2 open, 2 open. You could also have a 3 in that. You could also have all these 2s with a 3. And then we talked about D7. We talked about G7. We talked about C7. And B7. 1, 2, open 2. Okay, so let's get back into this tune a little bit. So we got. Okay, so let's do that real slow. 3, 4, C, E7, A7. And now I'm just doing them all where I go to that higher note. So let's try it again. 3, 4. E7, A7, D minor, A7, long D minor, F, walk down, D7, G7. Okay, so let's walk through the chords. Let's strum it again. So we got 3, 4. Now at the end of the song has a little riff. So he kind of hits on that G7 and stops and has a little riff. Has a little bend on this 6. You could go Little half step slide if you want. This is B string, 6 to 7, 6 to 4. Once we hit that 4, we're going. So 4, 5, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then we're going to hit these bluesy 7 funky chords. These kind of 9 chords. So this would be 3, 4, and 4 to 2, 3, and 3. It's kind of ended on the C chord. Kind of a bluesy C chord of the one that we started with, regular C. Okay, so that ending again would be. All right, that's kind of the end of the Clapton one. So nobody knows you when you're down and out. All right, here goes the lesson on Wonderful Tonight by Eric Clapton. We're going to have these chords to start. So G, and you could do D, or we could do D with this F sharp in the bass. C. Okay, so those are the basic chords. You got G, you got D, could have the F sharp in the bass. You have a C and a D, and do that a couple times. We're gonna have this little riff, so it's gonna go G. So that was a quick slide, 5 to 7 and back on the little E string, then 3 to 5. So we have G chord, and then, so it just ends on a different note. And then does that one again. So we have these 3 riffs in a row. We have to wait for the G chord. We have. And then it's going to start them again with a different ending. It's going to go. We're going to go to some higher notes. 5, 7, 8, and then 10 into 12, back to 10. So it was 5, 7, 8, 12 to 10. And that starts the verse. We got a G, we got F sharp, C, and D. We're gonna do that twice. You could do the G here, C to D. Now we're going to go into a C, so we could do a little walk. We could get in some finger picking on this too, so if you wanted to do that from the top, you'd be like. So it's da da dum dee da da, and then bass back up to the G string. That'd be one whole pattern. Here we go. So 2 on the G, open on the B, so this 1 here to start up a C chord. So on the C chord, since this is the C and not a bass note down here, you could start with that one and go back up. So now the D has its own bass note, so you can go ahead and start on that one there. Now these chords move a little quicker. G to the D with the F sharp bass, E minor. So let's take a look at those chords again. So from the walk up here in the chords version, C to D. Now we're gonna have 2 beats each of these going to E minor, and then C to D. And then you got your G with that riff. We're going up. And that starts the second verse. And if we were finger picking, So this one has a new little riff to get us into the bridge. So we have 9 here in the G to the 8 on the B. So we slid the 10 into 12 to the little 10, and then hammer on and back, and slide these on back. So that would be like C to D. So as soon as we hit that G, the next beat would be that riff starting. Now the bridge is going to go C, D, and then that little walk down, E minor, C to D. Now we're doing C to D again. We're going to stop on that one, hold that note, and then we're going to have our basic riff from the beginning again. We're going up. And then we do it again. And then we're back into a new verse. Do that again. G, D with F sharp, C to D. Walk into that C. Little walk down. C to D. And then we're going to have a new little riff here. We got this C to D, and then we're to our G. So we have a little slide, and back, 5-3, 4-2 open. So this one, this is where it adds just a little bit of a turnaround towards the very end of the song. So this is just a little fill for that. So it'd be C into D. Now the chords are going to go G into E minor, and that's what we're covering with this fill. So we got C, D, G. So that fits right in there. Then you have C, D, and then you get G with your basic riff. So at the end of the tune here, we got this C to D, and then we have a G. And we're going to go, and then we're going to go. Okay, so we have typical thing, and then 5 to 7 to 10, and sliding these back to the 5 here and back, and then we're going to go. And we have a little hammer on, 10 to 12 there to the 10. And we finish with one of these, with the high riff. All right, Wonderful Tonight, Eric Clapton. All right, this is Bell Bottom Blues, Eric Clapton, Derek and the Dominoes. This is by request. Thanks a lot for the request. Appreciate the PayPal tip. We're going to look at this intro here. We got... Okay, so the intro is a little bit weird here. We got... So it's kind of a slow one, but then it's quick. So it's open to 1 on the B string, quick to that D, and then open on that B note. That's kind of a little lead-in measure, so it's like... Now the next measure is going to have a quick hammer on, open to 2, and then straight down these strings here, 2nd string, 3rd, and 4th. So we got... And then we're going to switch to an E chord. That previous one was a C chord, obviously. And then we got A here. Okay, so that was like a C there, so you could do the 2s with your first finger or these other ones, whichever you want. So we got... So on that E, we just go down the strings and then back to the 3rd. And then we got the A. We're gonna do the same thing, down the strings, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd, and then hit the 3rd again. And then we're gonna come down here to the 3 bottom strings, O, 1, open, part of a C, and we'll go back to that G string there. Then we go to an F chord. We do the 3, 2, 1, and the 3 again. Come up to the G chord, 5, 4, 3, and the 5. So let's look at all that we got. So here we had an F, 3 strums, then to the F major 7, 3, 2, 1, open. So you go from barring those ones down to lifting it up. So, and then G string, and we're gonna hold this little chord 3, open 3 on the top 3 strings there. Okay, then we're in the verse. We got the C chord, we got 2 and E. So I hit that little C down here, 1st fret, 2nd string, and then went down the strings, and then we're gonna go to an E. So straight down 3 strings and back 1. Then we got the 2 to the G string, and then C chord down here, just like we did before. And then we got F to G, and then. So that one we kind of had just 2 strums to the F major 7, G to the 303, whereas the other one kind of had 3 strums on it. Okay, then we're back through another verse. C, E, A, C down here, F to G, D, dum, da, dum. Okay, so we just did all that again. Now we have a pre-chorus. We're gonna go kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, and come to this other chord, 6, 4, and 5. And then we have this F sharp minor, 4, 2, 2, 2. And then we're gonna have dum da da dum da da. That's kind of just like the power chord, D, open and 2. Dum da da, E da da. And then we're gonna go through that again. A chord. This is part of an E chord. F sharp minor. Dun da da dun da da. So quick kind of D to E there. Then we have the chorus. Okay, so that's just A for 4. And then 2, 1, 2 open is A major 7. 2 open is A7. And then just kind of a D power chord, these top 3, open 2, 3, to an E. Okay, so we do that twice. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4. And then we have the little tag thing, once again, that was the F, twice to the F major 7, G note to the 303. Then we have another verse. Let's try that. 3 and 4 and C, E, A, to C, F, G, tag. Try it again. 3 and 4 and. Okay, then we have the pre-chorus again. We got the. With the 2, 1, 2, 0, A7, D to E, and we'll do that one again. Tag. Okay, and then a solo starts. The solo is going to be the verse again. So let's go through that. 3 and 4 and. Go through it again. 3 and 4 and. Then our pre-chorus. We always do these twice. Then we got our chorus. Do that twice. Got the tag. And then we have the last sets of verses. 3 and 4 and. Second time. 3, 4. Tag, pre-chorus, and chorus. And this time we do this 5 times. There goes the last time through. Got that tag. And there we go. Bell Bottom Blues by request. Eric Clapton, Derek and the Dominoes. Hope y'all dig that. Got a tab with this. Y'all take it easy. See you soon.